Come on, man. Huh?
Hey, we said hey.
Come on, man.
You ready? Good. It's up. We on. Let me see if we on. Brother, you get on outside. That way, yeah, it's good. Thank you. You know, it says you don't speak to me in the world, but they always come with fun.
Madness, yeah.
Wait, I don't want to speak to you.
Yeah, you gonna put up some madness.
All the time.
Is that supposed to be a picture of the firmament?
Yeah, the firmament. Yep. That's basically a depiction of one of the brothers. He had a dream, and that's America being destroyed from the chariot. What they call UFOs, those are the vehicles of the angels, right? What people call UFOs are actually vehicles of the angels. So he was saying this is a vision they had from the UFO, from what they call UFO, from the chariot, and was seeing America be destroyed, right? That's going to turn into a lake of fire. The lake of fire. The lake of fire was in the Bible. Yeah, that's America. America's the lake of fire.
Yeah, I know the firmament exists.
Yeah, what about the lake of fire? You know the lake of fire is going to exist too?
Yeah, no.
Who? Two ETs?
No, I've had problems with aliens since I was a child. Oh, that shit.
There's no such thing as aliens. Because angels, yeah. The angels.
Hey,
the
Shalom,
angels are,
sister, Shalom.
the angels are aliens, right? In a sense, right? If you think of it. Yeah, I know.
Okay, have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on, bro.
Yeah. Because what you think of, like alien, as far as what you say, alien is someone's not from this place. You know, like a foreigner, aliens, and that's what the angels are gonna be. They're gonna be foreigners. They're gonna come from another place. You know? But yeah, they come up with that madness. The what do they call it? The gray aliens and the reptilians, and they're good. And
Anunnaki.
Yeah, all some bullshit. But yeah, shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, we are the true Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in, week out, prophesy the downfall of America. And hey, 2/3 of our own people will be destroyed, right? That's in the prophecies. And the hopes that we be part of that elect, because many are called. If you're chosen, you should be called, chosen, and faithful, man. And that's what we're hoping to be. Part of that called, chosen, and faithful number, right? So with all that, we want to face the east and give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. I'd like to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists in the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom.
Shalom.
To the Israelite foreigners, whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To your sisters, Shwathium, who listen and learn. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to this, the grapes, like the cluster, they're dealing with the cluster of grapes being Israel, right? And, because I wanted to touch into that. We did a little bit, but I want to go a little bit further into that. Can you give me Isaiah 5 and 2?
Yep.
And then give me Isaiah 17 and 6.
It's the book of Isaiah 5 verse 1. And the subheading says the parable of the vineyard.
Right here. See, and that's beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. It's a parable. So you got to understand that when the Lord's speaking about this, it's speaking about parabolically. We're a vineyard. We're like a yard. We're like a thing because it talks about how even Yahweh is a husbandman, right? He cuts off certain things that needs to be taken out in order for you to grow, right?
Right. This is Isaiah 5 verse 1. It says, "Now will I sing to my beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard."
Which is the elect, right? The elect, the vineyard is going to be the kingdom of heaven, right? Ultimately, right?
Right. It says, "My beloved at the vineyard in a very fruitful hill."
Right. That was the Jerusalem, right? And we were fruitful, we were doing our thing, but then guess what? We went off. We start worshiping other gods, start doing our own thing, start feeling ourselves too much, man. Jeshua waxed fat and then kicked, man. Right. So that's ultimately what happened. We thought we were too big for our britches, man, so to speak. Right.
Yep.
But
I got a quick precept, brother.
But
In Psalms 80 verse 7, it says, "Turn us again, O power of hosts, and cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved."
right.
It says, "Thou hast brought a vine out of Egypt."
Right. Cause that face to shine, turn us back to our original state, man. Right. Your shine is being the law, statutes, and commandments. The shine is this wisdom, knowledge, and wisdom that causes thy face to shine. Wisdom calls you to shine. Right. So that's why we're shining. Where it says, "We are light on a hill, and we can't be hid." So we're shining now, right?
Right.
Through the wisdom. Right.
Right. And ultimately that vine is speaking about Israel. Yeah, it's Israel.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's a, like the brother was bringing out, there's a grape out of the cluster that is being kept, man. So again, I'll read that again. It says, "Thou hast brought a vine out of Egypt.
Right.
Thou hast cast out the heathen and planted it."
Right. Like I said, there's the elect, but then there's going to be elect within the elect, right? That vine is the elect nation. It's 18 nations, and Israel is that elect out of the 18 nations.
Right. It's the elect vine.
It's elect vine, but then there's going to be an elect out of that vine.
Right.
Right.
Can you grab that real quick?
Yeah. Go.
This is the book of Galatians. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 16. And it says, "And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy upon the Israel of the Most High."
Many is walking to this rule. What rule? The law, statutes, commandments, and the faith of Yahweh Shai. But go ahead, one more time.
Right. Well, let me start in verse 15, because it'll bring a little bit more clearer picture. It says, "For in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature.
Right.
And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy upon the Israel of the Most High."
Right. Well, like I said, the faith, the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and then it says you have to have the faith of Yahweh Shai, right? The witness of Yahweh Shai, right. And that's order to be delivered, right?
Because it takes off the mindset of the world. It gives you that new mindset, that spirit, okay, that's going to give you ultimately that wisdom and knowledge that's needed in these last times.
Right. Because it brings you completely all the way around, right? Showing you that, because the law is like what it says, a schoolmaster, but then the wisdom, the understanding under Yahweh Shai allows you not to be tossed to and fro with everyone the doctrine, because Yahweh Shai showed you how to worship the Lord. Our Father who art in heaven, right? It's our Father, not the whole world's Father, right?
Right.
And then we're supposed to be, you're supposed to recognize that the Lord is watching you every day. As it is in heaven, hey, the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times more brighter than the sun. So we're always constantly have to be watching our step. We always have to be circumspect on the things that we do, right? Because we're not like these other nations. We're held to a higher standard. That's the reason why you do one thing and you get jacked up. You see these heathen or even Jake that's out there in the world the Lord ain't dealing with. They can do all sorts of manner of things, man. And you do one, you be like, damn, wait a minute. How do I get jacked up already,
Right.
I mean, these people been doing it for years, but that's that's the thing, because the Lord, you're meant to be a son, so you get chastised. The Lord said He chastened those He loved, man. Right?
Right. Shalom, brother. Correct to that bot, brother out of Pennsylvania.
Shalom.
It says, again, I'll start from the top again. Isaiah 5:1. It says, "Now will I sing to my beloved a song of my beloved,
Right.
touching his vineyard."
Yeah, the elect.
Right.
Ultimately, the elect, right? Well, the Lord loves all of Israel, but the elect is going to be, that's the true beloved, is the
Right.
elect.
It says, "My well beloved hath the vineyard in a very fruitful hill."
Right? We're going into the house of David, right?
It says, "And he fenced it
Right.
and gathered out the stones thereof."
That protection, right? The law, statutes, is protection, right? That's what even Satan said that about Job. He said, "Well, you have a hedge about him." Why? Because he was keeping the law, statutes, commandments. He was doing the things, so the Lord put a hedge around him, a fence,
Mhm.
right? That's a fence.
It says, "And planted it with the
Right.
choicest vine,
Mm-hmm.
and built a tower in the midst of it,
Right.
and also made a winepress therein."
Right. A tower is for what? To watch out for the enemy. To prepare, have everything for the tower, which were the watchmen, the prophets, right?
Mhm.
Right. But
It says, and a garrison.
the garrison, hey, if you're punished, yeah.
Well, the garrisons were pretty much like towers.
Towers too, yeah.
They got, you know,
But so I know sometimes they put the garrisons for punishment too. But sometimes, hey, yeah, you know,
it says, right. It says, "And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, that
Right.
it brought forth wild." It says, "And it brought forth wild grapes."
right, right. See, because the Lord set us up to be that, well, because it talks about this. The truth is also known as wine. So we were supposed to have the world follow this wine instead of Esau's wine, right?
Right.
You know,
Well, Jeremiah 2nd chapter says they were. I have planted thee a noble vine.
Right.
Right. The wild grapes being
let's go to Habakkuk 2.
Uh-huh.
Go to Habakkuk 2 when it talks about the transgressor by wine. See that?
well, that's philosophy.
Yeah, that's Esau. But we were supposed to be the one who pushed forth the right philosophy in the world. Yeah,
Right.
can you go to Habakkuk 2?
Yeah, no, if I can get this first, and then I'll go. This is Jeremiah 2, and let me see. Verse 21. It says, "Yet I planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed.
Right.
How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant
Yeah.
of a strange vine unto me?"
Right. And that's ultimately what happened. How did that happen? That happened because we didn't push out all the heathen, right? The Lord said when we go into the land, make sure that we destroy the heathen round about, little by little, and push them completely out. Because if we don't, it's going to be a snare unto us, which that ended up happening. We didn't push them all the way out, and then next you know we're looking at it like, oh, how do you worship your God? Oh, you get to do that? Oh, we don't get to do that. Oh, that's not fair. You know,
Yeah.
we want to do these type of things. Oh, we want to celebrate like this.
Yeah.
So that we start celebrating because we like a little kid saying, hey, that's not fair, Dad, that they get to do that and we don't.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go do what I want to do anyway.
Idolatry.
You know? Yeah, but yeah, not understanding that's for us. That's just committing idolatry. You're not just being, it's like I said, it's a higher standard. You know,
Right.
You're gonna get punished.
Habakkuk
Right.
2, who do you want to start at? Right back to the point?
Yeah, just to the point. I'm just trying to show that because Esau's philosophy is in the world. It was
Okay.
supposed to be because it's going to what is it? What is it? That how it goes, the one where it talks about how you're supposed to be an example to the world.
Oh, that's Deuteronomy 4th chapter.
Yeah, get that. Yeah.
Yeah, let me get
Get
this.
that. Get the.
Habakkuk 2 and 4. I started at verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him."
Yeah. His soul, right? Esau's soul is lifted up because why? When you give the basis of man the chance to be on high, which really he should never be on top. So his thing is like, oh, I'm on top, proud, like, oh, in his sense, he know he should never be on top. But since if he's on top, it has to be divine. It just has to be a thing that's going to be forever. You know, that's why it says they named the things after their own name, that their kingdom may go on forever. So now, they got this pride. If
Right. It says,
Right.
yeah, I'll start from the top again. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him,
Right.
but the just shall live by his faith.
Yes, the just is us, right? We're even though you're in the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations, hey, it puts you in a position you have no choice but to live by faith, man. You be going through the life good in one day and your car mess up.
Yeah.
And you still gotta have faith. You know what I mean? That's why this whole thing with Esau, they're tripping out, man. How are you guys surviving? How are you not saying anything? How are you not complaining? But that ain't no new condition for us, man. We go through that, we do a prayer, and we keep going. Next, the money comes in unexpectedly, but it comes right in on time somehow.
Right.
Boom, you pay for it, and you keep going.
Right.
That's been our life. We've always had to live by faith, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a new condition for us, man.
Right.
Right?
It says, yea, also, because he transgresses by wine.
Yeah, see? Yeah, he transgressed. He basically caused himself to go off, but then the world to go off with him. To transgress, to go to be opposite of the law, right? Right? Because it talks about the Lord said, destroy them that polluteth the world. So that's a transgression. But then it says woe to them that set neighbor to neighbor, right? Then it also says woe to them that causeth strife between friends. And that's all he does. He goes through the world building up these tall buildings and then put people next to each other, and then he causes men to strife against each other, man. Right? So, and that in itself, that alone is a reason for Esau to be put away forever. Right? Let alone all the other things he does. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Simple things like just where it says eating milk, meat with blood. That in itself get you put to death, man. But he done way more atrocities. See, but somehow they're saying, "Hey, let's save the so-called white man." He can't be saved. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead.
Again, it says, "Behold, his soul." Well, it's like verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man.
Right.
Neither keep it at home.
Donald Trump, proud man. He know he's stupid. He's dumber than a box of rocks, but then he's proud. Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
And is as death. Hey, and what's happening over there because of Iran? Death ain't nothing but death. And now they talking about putting boots in the ground. Now they just raised the age military enlisting thing to 42. Why? Because what? They ain't going to be nothing but death, man. Death, man. Those people finna go over. They ain't coming back, man. Right? The Lord's going to turn them to dust and smell of smoke,
it's just,
man. Right?
It's true.
It says, it cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, hey, he put to them all people, man. And that gives you that, what's this called? The melting pot, right? And not to mention just the whole, in general, of them pushing the charagma, man. That's him heaping up all people to himself, right? Once everybody get micro C-hip and you got this universal, basic everything, right? The internet of all things. Hey, you heaped up to himself all people, man. Right?
I'm going to jump down to verse 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink,
right?
That putteth thy bottle to him.
Right, and that goes into that wine, yeah.
Right.
Giving this philosophy out into the world, man. Woe, which means judgment, destruction, right?
Mm-hmm. It says, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right. So you in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservation, you gang banging, drug dealing, you're drunken, man. You're drunken with the madness of this world, the gimme mentality, man. Right? Take. You know what I'm saying? Beat down, do whatever it takes to survive. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I get it out the mud mentality, and it don't matter. I mean, I gotta get down, get it how I live, right? So it doesn't matter who you hurt, how you do it, as long as you're the one that's on top, as long as you're the one who's able to flash the money and the cars and the jewelry and the women. Now you're happy, but
What did you show say? Get it, what the get is good.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get what the get is good.
Get what the get is good.
Rooting, that's that mentality,
Yeah,
that street mentality, that world mentality, man.
Right.
But then that Esau, that's how Esau thinks, and he pushed that off on you.
Push that on Jake, man. All
Yeah.
Jacob. All the tribes.
Yeah. Because even it was crazy. Was it Tupac had an interview and he said that unless you want to, because he was saying it's not viable for a person to have a house that has 52 rooms and there's people out there in the world that have no rooms. It doesn't make sense for you to have $32 million and there's people with no dollars and then you don't do anything about it. You just get rich. And then he mentioned what? Donald Trump. He said unless you want to be like Donald Trump, smush, crush to get what you want. And that's whose your head is. As the ruler went, so are the people, man.
The ruler, so are the people. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Your brother has that Deuteronomy.
Go ahead.
I started maybe what's 4 says, right?
Sorry, 4:1.
No, Deuteronomy 4:4. I believe 4. It's either 4 or 5.
Okay, I'll start at 4, brother. It's Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai your power
Right.
are alive,
Right.
every one of you
Hey,
this day.
Yeah. Hey, and that's what it is. Those that's going to cleave to the Lord are the ones that's going to live. Right? 2/3 of the Lord's people are going to pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're gonna get the death of an enemy, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says that your enmity with your power. Right? If
Yeah.
you're a friend of this world. Huh?
Yes, they're going to receive their death as the uncircumcised.
As an enemy, yeah, as an enemy,
The
yeah.
uncircumcised.
Yeah, as an enemy, yeah.
Yeah.
As straight up, at the end of the day, you're straight up an enemy. You're a friend of this world.
Right.
You're getting the micro C hit. You love this world, right?
That's right.
You know,
Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes
right,
and judgments,
right,
even as the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai by power commanded me.
right. Which he gave this to all of Israel, like we were speaking about.
Mhm.
So technically, there's the elect, but then there's going to be an elect within the elect, right?
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right. See, and wherever we go to possess, really, the world is ours, right? Wherever we go to possess it, when see what these Edomites didn't understand when they came to America and touched this land, because it was Gad's and basically the Northern Kingdom just in general, this land became Israel. And there's a certain way that you were supposed to actually take care of this place. Because if you understand the way Gad was doing it, when he was migrating with the buffalo, he was taking care of the land the way it was meant to be taken care of. See, but because you to take care of the land the way, that's why the Lord says that this land must be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it.
Right.
And this time it's going to be with thermonuclear fire, and it's going to burn for such a long time that it's just going to be nothing but a desert. Because that's how great of an atrocity that you did to a land that was supposed to be governed a certain way.
Right. Scripture is going to be the stones of emptiness and the land of confusion.
Right. Right. And
There more in there?
yes, you
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's more.
Sorry.
Go
Verse
back at 5.
Is that back at 5?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord by power commanded me,
Mhm.
that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding
Yeah. There you go. That's it. This is your wisdom and understanding.
in the sight
Of
of the nations,
Okay.
which shall hear
Mhm.
all these statutes and say, surely
Right.
this great.
Hey, go louder, man. Loud.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them,
Uh-huh.
for this is your wisdom.
This is our wisdom, man. Keep forth and do them, for this is our wisdom. And see, now would be the difference between Esau's philosophy in the world, and if we would have kept doing what we were supposed to do, which, I mean, of course, the Lord made us fall off. It needed to happen. Subject to vanity, and we needed to fall off. But just stating what it is, too. So we're supposed to be ministers of truth. So if it was to be the the vibration would have been of righteousness. You know what I mean? In the world, which that's why the Lord's going to bring it all the way back around and put it back into the earth, right? Starting with King David, right? Well, Yahweh Shai and King David, right? But
and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
right. So yeah, when we get that's good, because when we get our rulership back, we're not gonna go and ask them, oh, well, do you want to serve this God, or we're not gonna take a request. You know what I mean? What do you think you should want to do? No, we're gonna make you. You're gonna worship the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through the men that the Lord put over you. Because really, they're gonna have to worship whatever Israelite man that's there, right? Because that man is a God, right? You got to worship that man as God, and then worship his God. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it be no joke, man. So you got that.
Isaiah 17 or 16. Right now?
Yeah.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 17 and verse 6. Yet gleaning grapes shall be left in it, as the shaking of an olive tree, and 2 or 3 berries in the top of the uttermost
Branch.
And 4 or 5 in the outmost fruitful branch thereof, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, of hope of Israel.
Right. Oh, give me before you do that one more time.
Let me more, or do you want me to keep going, or that was all you wanted?
I mean, if you feel like something, we can come back to that. But if you go to the second Esdras 9 and 21.
One more time, brother.
Yeah, one more time, because he got to get that second Esdras 9 and 21. And then
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 17 and verse 6. Yet gleaning grapes
right.
shall be left in it.
Right, because it's like when you're in a vineyard and a person has a thing, you're supposed to leave some grapes for the poor.
Right.
Right, you're supposed to leave some olives and grapes and things for the poor.
Right. It was like a welfare system.
It was a welfare system. Yep.
Howdy, folks.
How you doing?
I'm sorry, we got some reports. You can't be loitering around here. This is the police headquarters. We can't be right in front of this.
Well, they already said we're not on the thing. That's why we're not under the. That's what they told us before. That's why we stay out here. We're not underneath your thing.
We're on the sidewalk.
We're on the sidewalk right here. So.
I'll check
That's
back.
what
I'll check back.
Yeah, because that's what they told us
Thank
before
you.
last time. So that's why we moved out here. That's why we're not underneath this thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, they just looking for some shit.
We just move.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Yeah. No,
Yeah, if he comes back, we'll just move. There's no big
go
deal.
ahead. No, that's
The shaking of an olive tree, 2 or 3 berries in the top
right. Go ahead.
of the uttermost broad, 4 or 5 in the outmost fruitful branch. Thereof saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts. No, it's not yet. Say Yahweh Shemel Shai, power of Israel.
Yeah, that's good. It said grapes too. Right?
He read that. We can read it again.
It's okay. Yeah. Okay, we can get that. Where it's called.
This is the book of Second Esdras.
But yeah, it goes into that basically being the welfare system. But then also it's going into what? I saw.
Yeah. Second Esdras 9 and verse 20. It says, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it."
Right. See, and that's where we're at now. We're in the time that everything is peril, especially since they're gonna have the blocking of the Strait of Hormuz, which they're basically saying it's gonna be a fuel shortage, and then basically want to make it to be where whatever license number or something or your last name, only those people can drive on Tuesday or Monday, and then these people could drive on Tuesday, right? And they basically have it to where that's going to be like a peril. But then the thing is going to crank up even more because this is basically like a birth pain. So it's going to get worse and worse.
And they're going to ration out the energy.
Ration out the energy.
Ration out food, ration out
everything.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, so this is basically part of the set perils. So you're in the beginning of sorrows, right? Right? But,
I'll read it again. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly.
Right. Yeah, see? And that's kind of what I was trying to get to that, because it said what the brother was reading in 17, Isaiah 17, is about how he left some gleaning grapes and left some gleaning olives, right? Which is the welfare system. So he said, I saved some, right? Which kind of similar to that welfare system. He left some, right? Go ahead.
It says, and I saw it and spared it greatly, and it kept me a grape of the cluster,
right,
and a plant of a great people.
Right, in a plant of a great people. So that's kind of like that basically the Lord is leaving the elect as a welfare for the people, because the elect being saved is going to bring back all of Israel. It's going to be for the welfare of the nation, right?
There's a precept. I can grab it real quick.
Yeah.
Bear with me. What is that? Slovakia. I can't remember what it's at. I got it. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 24. It says, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
Right, yeah, because that's basically what we're going to be. We're going to be the welfare of the world. That world is Israel, right? With the cosmos, right?
Right.
We're going to be the welfare of Israel.
Right.
Plus, elect, Lord willing,
even including the nations, they're going to follow the example in the kingdom.
Because we said we're wise and understanding people. They're going to know that once we put that vibration in the world, oh wow, this is great.
Yeah.
This is beneficial for everybody.
Way better than Esau had.
Way better than Esau had it. Yeah.
Again, it says, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people.
Right. Starting with Yahweh Shai, and then King David, and it's going to be a welfare of the people, showing, hey. When what was it? When Solomon was ruling, was it the Queen of Sheba came, and then the servant came and opened the door, and she thought he was the king.
Yeah.
That shows you how well it's gonna be. Look, it's gonna be for the welfare of the people. Like, you know what I mean? When you're a servant and you still look good, like why would you just
you're a king?
You're a king. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. And this, with Esau, if he wants a servant, his servant got to be bummy. He got to be all, you got to you're barely scratching the surface, or you're barely paying paycheck to paycheck. This is how he rather have his servants.
Oh, he looked like Jeffrey.
Right?
The Fresh Prince, man.
Right.
You got like a waiter's uniform on with that?
Yeah.
You got to look like that.
Yeah, look like a penguin.
You got to look like a penguin, man.
Yeah.
You want to get into verse 22 as well?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. It says, Zechariah 9, verse 22. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
Right. See, and that's ultimately what the Lord's doing. He's going to preserve the elect like a welfare system for the nation to make it. But 2/3 of the nation of Israel has to perish. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to go. Hey, let the multitude perish then.
Yeah.
That were in vain, because look, the word went out. You know what I'm saying? The decree went out. You were the one at the bottom of Mount Sinai. You made your oath, right? I believe it's in Ecclesiastes chapter 5. I believe Ecclesiastes 5, where it says you must pay the oath that when you make an oath to the Lord, you must pay it.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit more.
But yeah, I don't know if you want to get that. I don't know
we'll get it. I'll get it right now.
Later,
Let me finish.
Go ahead and finish that.
It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor, see, have I made it perfect.
Yeah. And that's great labor, and that's what the Lord's doing. He's basically these set perils. World War III, it's going to be a way that the Lord's going to make it perfect, because all these calamities have to happen, and then it's even going to purge us, because it says that a third shall be brought to the fire, which means you got to be purged yourself,
Right.
be cleansed. You know what I mean? The Lord said He wants you without wrinkle or blemish, right? You're going to be purged. You're going to, you know what I mean? That there ain't going to be no dross on you, right?
Yeah,
And that's why I said that it's going to be scarcely saved,
Right.
You know?
That's going to be the ultimate test. But even the trials and tribulations that we go through on a daily basis, that's all part of the labor of the Lord, man.
Right, the labor of love,
You know, purging His elect.
right? Yeah. But
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It shall come to pass in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashah,
okay,
two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. That's basically that's talking about 2/3 of our own people. You know, they're gonna have to perish on this side. Why? You know, because basically that like they don't want to obey the statutes and commandments. You know, of Yahweh Shemashah. You know, so they're gonna have to perish on this side. But the scripture says all Israel is gonna be saved, so they're gonna be good in the kingdom. Right? But they're gonna have to perish on this side.
And they're ultimately part of that vineyard.
yeah,
But they're not that great cluster of the grapes that was kept.
yeah. And Zephaniah it also said that they're a sacrifice, right? Linking up with his, Isaiah 34,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Saying that it's a sacrifice for them to, so they have to be sacrificed for the elect's sake, for the elect to make it, man. Right? Because the Lord going back into that whole thing about the scapegoat, right? One has to be sacrificed, and then there's a scapegoat, which the elect is going to be the scapegoat, and then the 2/3 are going to be ones that be put to death, right? You're going to be the sacrifice for the elect,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Which that goes right into this.
Right.
This is Isaiah, back to Isaiah 5, verse 3. It says, "And now, inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard." And it says, "What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it?"
Right.
The Lord said, "What else could have I done, man?"
Yeah, and He's perfect.
Yeah.
the
I
Lord-
made. He said, "I made thee a noble vine."
Right.
It says, "When I looked at it, should bring forth grapes." Well, it says, "Brought it forth wild grapes."
Right. What more could He have done? Because He's basically every victory. He said, if you go against the Philistines, go against these people, and go over here and take this land, and you're gonna win. And then what more could you have done? But you know, what I mean, he had a chariot the size of a freaking mountain flying over you, split the Red Sea. What more could He have done?
Yeah.
And then you still went and murmured, "Oh, look,
Yeah.
can you really make bread in the wilderness?
Right.
Can you do this?
Right.
Do that? Oh man, we need to go back to Egypt so we can eat the leeks and the onions. You know, come
Yeah.
on."
They said for 40 years they wandered in the wilderness. Their shoes didn't even deteriorate.
Right,
They didn't even stink, man.
right,
You know.
What more could he have done?
What more could he have done?
right.
It says, and to go, it's like it says, "And go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof,
Right,
and it shall be eaten up,
right,
and
going,
break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down."
right. Going into even Solomon, right? 40 years Solomon went without with no problems. But at the end, the Lord, it always hits me when it showed that who the Lord raised up against Solomon when he went off. He raised up an Edomite.
Hate
The Edomite,
the Edomite,
yeah, showing that they're opposed to us. So if we go off, guess who's gonna pop up?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Esau. Yeah. Esau gonna pop up to be on your ass, and that's what's gonna happen again. So 2/3, man, they don't got these militaries out here for no reason, right? Because you already see that the crunch they about to do. They about to put the airports on crunch. You're not gonna be able to. Hey, he should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, so that's all coming. That's the set perils that's coming. But the Lord's doing this to bring in the elect, man. Right, World War III is ultimately to finish, to make it all perfect, man. Once again, right. Go ahead.
It says, "And I will lay it waste. There should not be pruned nor digged,
Right,
but there should come up briars and thorns."
right. That's what we in the ghettos. We gang banging. We're briars and thorns to each other. We hate each other. We
Right.
fight against each other.
Curses.
Curse each
all
other,
that.
yeah.
Curses everything.
Yeah, the curses. Yeah, that's
Right.
curses. Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's part of the curses. You should. What it says. Your eye shall be evil towards your neighbor.
Right.
You should be towards the woman of your bosom, which
Yeah.
which was we having. You know, baby mama drama. Everybody mad at this and mad at this. And Jake hate their baby mama. Hate so-called black men. The kids hate the. You know what I'm saying? It says that the kids shall be. It says against the kids. How it go? Kids should be against the honorable men. Children
Yeah.
should be against the honorable men. Is that not happening? Right? Showing it those briars and thorns, man.
Mhm.
The Lord put us in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, right?
Right.
Even though Esau did it, but the Lord also did it too.
That's right.
But Esau just went. He went beyond what he needed to do. So that's why he's well. Not to mention that he touched the Lord's elect. It says, do not touch none of my anointed,
Right.
and do my prophets no harm, which he did. So he gotta pay for that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
A little bit more.
Right.
It says, I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it. And that's just us, being in a very
The
bad
dead state,
condition.
remember when we dry,
Yeah.
the dry bones.
Dry bones, man.
Yeah, come. We
It
was in a
says-
dead state.
It says, for the vineyard of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yoshai of hosts, is the house of Israel
Right,
and the men of Judah.
right.
So that's Israel, man. It says,
Yeah.
his pleasant plant.
Right,
And he looked for judgment, but behold, oppression.
right. Yeah,
For righteousness, but behold, a pride.
Right, yeah. See, now that's what we're finally doing. We're crying, right?
Right.
There's finally a cry. But before, there was no justice. We're dry bones. We're in the ghettos, the bodies, reservations. We're just niggards and niggas. Just, you know what I'm saying? And no good to ourselves, no good to no one else. But the Lord raised up our teachers, so our teachers have not been removed into a corner anymore.
Right. And that's
Right.
also twofold because the people, they're crying, man.
Yeah,
Under
even the
curses,
nations. Yeah, the curses, us,
Yeah,
us and
yeah,
them, and the
everybody,
world.
pretty much. What you see? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, brother.
It's,
I'll get it here 20 seconds.
it's Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And they're
You
dead.
go through. You're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No big deal.
100%.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city,
Oh, perfect. That's
which
good.
spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt,
Yeah.
where also our Lord was crucified.
Go ahead.
So basically that that's basically our people, being, in a dead state. That basically that always game banging, always want to fight each other, basically because their minds, in a dead state.
Right.
Well, taught by Esau. Taught
Come.
by that the Willie Lynch. Because the Willie Lynch said put the tall against the short, the dark against the light, the woman against the man, and it's a perpetual thing. Even though he's not here, it's so embedded that it just continues. It's a ripple effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ripples effect throughout. You don't see the thing now, but years and years it keeps rippling.
Yeah.
And so the only way to come out of that is the spirit.
Right. Yeah,
The spirit of the Lord has to bring us out of that.
Right, because people in a dead state of mind, man, death from the neck up, man. They're in that Gentile state of mind. They don't know who they are. They don't know who the enemy is.
Right.
They're still calling upon the idols.
Yeah. Right.
See, they're just totally lost.
Uh,
Sorry about that.
Yeah, yeah.
They could've-
Well, yeah, no, finish what you're saying.
Yeah. They're just in a dead state of mind, man. And that's the majority of the people today. Matter of fact, going back to that wild grape, man.
Yeah, going back. Well, yeah,
The wild grapes.
going back to that wild grape.
Yeah, I got the Isaiah. Zephaniah 3 and 17. You want that right now?
Isaiah 27.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, what this first? It's Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 17. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, that power is in the midst of thee,
Mhm.
is mighty, he will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy.
Right.
He will rest in his love, he will joy over thee with singing.
Right. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. See, because that's ultimately what's going to happen, man. The Lord's going to put us back into that estate, and he's going to sing with joy once that vineyard is back in its right place. You know what I mean? In its
Right.
proper place. Right?
This is Isaiah chapter 27 and verse 1. And the subheading says, Israel to be delivered. It says, in that day, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, with this sore and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan.
Right, yeah, that's Esau, man.
Uh-huh.
The Lord's going to punish Esau, man.
Right.
So eventually, we're in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, and eventually the Lord is going to punish Esau, man, Leviathan. Go ahead.
It says, in that day, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, with this sore and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan,
Uh-huh.
the piercing serpent.
Right, yeah, because that's what he's been doing. He's left us here, kind of like what the Lord said. If we will be pricked with the idols of the other nations, which that's what Esau's been doing. He's piercing us, leaving us, putting us keeping us in a dead state, keeping us at the bottom, because as long as we're at the bottom, he's on top. Just like they were saying, as broke Edomite, all you had to do is give him some type of status to say that he's over Jake and he's fine with it, even though the rich is still getting rich and the poor is being poor, and he's part of the poor as well.
Right.
But as long as he can feel like he's inferior to Jake, he's fine with it.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent,
Yeah.
and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea.
Right, yeah, because they got that military, was 180 something bases, 182 bases around the world. Yeah, he got all these things that, hey.
Oh, there's more than that. Basis is like
Yeah.
700.
Yeah,
Bases, yeah.
But I'm just talking about those different islands and stuff. But
Okay,
probably
yeah.
got 700.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably got a lot. Yeah, probably, like you said, probably up there like 700
Oh, yeah.
different bases
Military
and everything,
bases.
military bases. You're all out in the sea. Yeah, hey, he's out in the sea right now.
Right.
Fighting against Iran.
Right.
He's out in the sea, causing mischief, man. Right.
It says, in that day, sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine.
Right. What?
It says, a vineyard of red wine.
A vineyard of red wine.
Right.
Right. Come on.
In that day. In that day.
day.
When the Lord comes to bring this damn devil down, man.
Right.
It says, I, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, do keep it.
Right.
I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it.
Right.
I will keep it night and day.
Right. He's gonna keep that wine. It's gonna be good. Going into the truth. Right. The wine is dealing with the truth. The truth is gonna be kept. Because see, what they were thinking is they were just gonna dumb us down, bring in heroin, being cracked. We're just gonna be dumbed down, and the spirit was never gonna come back on us.
Right.
But the Lord said He was gonna keep basically the wine dealing with the spirit. The spirit. The Lord is going to make sure the spirit comes back, man. And the spirit and the prophets are back. And we're prophesying your downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
See, that goes to that wine, because showing you that we're that wine. Right? Go ahead.
It says, fury is not in me. It says, and that's the fury towards his people.
Right.
Because the Lord going to bring wrath upon,
Esau.
the 2/3 Esau, the fury not upon the elect.
The fury's not upon the land.
No.
But what I'm, yeah.
It says, fury is not in me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That that was. I wouldn't say that part. I was just saying about that part is the wine is dealing with the truth, because He's giving us the truth.
Yeah.
And now His fury's
Right.
His fury not on us because
No.
we're coming with the truth.
Right.
Because now we're coming in the right form, status of mind, so we don't get punished.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says, fury is not in me. Who will set the briars and thorns against me in
Right.
battle?
Right. So who gonna be able to fight against them? You know what I mean?
Yep. It says, I will go through them, the Lord. It says, I would burn them together.
Right. That's what the Lord's gonna do.
Yeah, right.
Right? He's gonna lead them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat and burn it, and bring all the militaries together and burn them all together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All the people that's here, He's bringing people here from all over the world to America just so the missiles get hit. So burn them all together, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ultimately what the Lord is doing. But the truth is back. The Lord said He's going to keep the truth. And then now His anger is not going to be upon us, which would be the elect. And hopefully, Lord willing, we're part of that number.
Right.
Right?
Right. Want me to keep going, brother?
I don't know if you see something.
I can go to verse 6. It
Okay.
says, or let take hold of my strength, that he may take peace with me.
Right.
And he shall make peace with me.
Right.
It says, he shall cause them that come with Jacob to take root.
Right.
Israel shall blossom and
Right.
bud, and
Right.
fill the face of the world with fruit.
With the fruit, with the truth, the grapes, things like that. Yeah. Showing you the vineyard again. Once again, the vineyard is being filled with the fruits, with the grapes, the different things. You know what I mean? The truth again.
Right.
The earth is going to be filled with the truth again.
Right.
I mean,
Truth and plus the 2/3 are
children.
gonna come back. Yeah,
Yeah,
children.
children, yeah.
Children. Yeah. And we can have many children. Many wives.
No, that's pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
It's Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 13. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree,
Right.
and as the gleaning grapes
Right.
when the vintage is done. I'll read one more time.
Yeah.
When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree.
Right, because the troubles, right? Because everybody's going to go through Jacob's trouble. It's going to be like a shaking of an olive tree. Everybody's going through Jacob's trouble. Everybody's going through all these different things, but there's going to be these fruits left. Like I said, kind of for the welfare. The welfare of Israel is going to survive. Right? The Lord said, "My servants shall eat.
My servants shall drink.
My servants shall drink." When you're crying, my servants are going to laugh and sing. Right? So that's part of that. Hey, when the things are shaking, everything's going to get shaky out here. Really, you know what I mean?
It's already started.
It's already started, yeah. But the elect is going to survive, right? Go ahead.
And as the gleaning grapes,
Right,
when the vintage done.
right. Because that's pretty much like what the Lord told Peter, man. What did he tell Peter? He said Satan desires to sift you, right? And that's part of like that gleaning, sifting. You know what I mean? To go through and glean but the Lord said, I prayed for you that you, hey, and that's how the Lord do for the elect. He's praying for that you survive, right? The Lord said that He has put His Spirit is in you, and it utters prayers that you didn't know how to pray.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So He's praying for you, man. Right? And that's for the elect. But
Verse 14. They shall lift up their voice.
right, that's where we're at. In the highways, the byways, lifting up our voice. But
They shall sing with the majesty.
right, this is a song. This is the song. Precept upon precept. It's a song. But what you're going to actually do is we're going to sing too. We're going to sing the song of Moses. You know, when you're on that chariot, right? That song of victory. You're going to sing the song of Moses, man. You're going to be happy. Hey, you're going to do we're going to actually sing. You know, Lord willing, we'll be part of that number. But yeah, we're going to actually sing. We're singing
the
now.
song right now. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
But
Of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, they shall cry out loud
Right, that's
from
what-
the sea.
yeah, right here amongst the people. Sea represents people, right? At least it does the Revelations, but we're doing this amongst our people, which we're all people, but really it's for our people, it's for the elect. For those, the bloodline goes back to Israel, but then the spirit has to be there. The spirit has to quicken it, and the flesh profiteth nothing. And that's the reason why it says that, right? Because just because you're an Israelite don't mean you're going to get it,
No.
right? Because you're the flesh, you're a flesh Israelite, but it's not going to profit you anything just to be an Israelite unless the spirit quicken it, right? Right? So that's ultimately what that is.
Yeah, I'll do one more.
What?
Verse 15. Wherefore glorify ye the Lord Yahweh Shemashai in the fires.
Right, yeah. Hey, what's going to happen? Hey, thermonuclear fires for the and then there's going to be fires before that. It says that if it already be kindled, right? What shall I if it already be kindled? So there's going to be fires and right now Edomites were just going by with signs saying no kings. They're about to go do a protest up here, the capital, which is in Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is the capital, but the capital building for Phoenix is right here. It's just down the way from where we're at. And those people, they want to go do the no Kings protest down the way, about 3 blocks from here, right? So that's part of that down. That's those the beginning of sorrows, those uproars of the people, right? You know what I mean?
Even the name of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, power of Israel, in the isles of the sea.
Right, yeah. Right. All around the world, right? Because the internet does the heavy lifting. And so now this is all around the world via through the internet.
All around the world. Same
Wrong
song.
yeah.
Remember that movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
No trouble.
No trouble. Yeah, none but trouble.
None but trouble. Hey, yeah,
That's a good
that's
movie.
hey, that's befitting because that's what this is. This world is nothing but trouble. With Esau ruling, right?
Mhm. Yep. Yeah. I have a quick precept if I may.
Okay.
Right. This is because you said that not just because you're an Israelite doesn't mean you're gonna make it.
Right.
This is 2 Ezra 8 verse 41. It says, "For as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground, and planteth many trees," you can go through. Okay. And yet the thing that is sown in its season cometh not up.
Right.
It says, "Neither doth all that is planted take root. Even so is it of them that are sown in the world.
Right.
They shall not all be saved." In that world is speaking about the world of Israel, man.
Right.
Because only Israel's going to be saved.
Hey, the Lord just said it. He said, "What? I did everything. What more could I have?
What could I have done?"
Right. So they were planted the noble vine.
Yeah.
But what said? What a degenerate plant.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's basically what that is. What you just
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
goes into it.
Yeah, because if you plant a seed, it can be too much water, not enough water, all kinds of stuff can happen. So just because it's planted doesn't mean it's always going to spring up. It's the same way that Israelites came into this world. Okay, they're here upon the world right now. Just because you're an Israelite, or just because you know you're an Israelite, it doesn't mean you're going to make it, man. Not on this side, where that destruction is going to take place. The Lord's only looking for his elect, man. That's it.
All right.
You wanted a second register? Salak. Yeah. I mean, not second. Ecclesiastes and Sirach. Can I start up?
Yeah.
Let me start in verse 13. It says, "As the clay is in the potter's hand," Salak is Ecclesiastes and Sirach, chapter 33, verse 13. It says, "As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him,
Right.
to render to them as liketh him best."
Right. And that's the Most High. Shouldn't he be able to create things how he wanted?
Oh, he wants
He
it,
can
yeah.
create the wicked, one vessel for righteousness, which would be the Israelites,
Right.
the elect, and then you got a vessel for destruction, which is
Right.
Esau, and then 2/3.
Yeah,
The Lord is already is set up for you to be destroyed.
the vessel is reserved for destruction.
Destruction, yeah.
Right.
Right.
It says, "Good is said against evil, and life against death," showing you the balance of the Lord. It says, "So is the godly against the sinner,
Right.
and the sinner against the godly."
That's why I say, hey, what you said, nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
It says,
Said that movie. That was a good movie.
It's a good
I like
movie.
It was funny.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It says, "So look upon the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another."
Right, yeah.
Balance.
right. And then you're gonna have that, and that's what we're coming into, right? This war against evil and righteousness. Well, we're already doing that. It's a spiritual war. It's spiritual,
Right.
but it's gonna get it's becoming to the point where Esau, you don't have he's running out of things. So his thing is to be physical. He's gonna get physical.
Hey, yeah, it's good. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, but
It says, "I have waked up last of all, as one that gathereth after the grape gatherers."
right there you go.
Yeah.
Right. It says what the last one says the Lord got the apostles last. The apostles
Yeah,
came
I
last.
send forth the apostles last.
Yeah.
Right.
So I woke up last, which the apostles. So now we're in that apostles' doctrine.
Right.
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 So now we're coming forth with the correct doctrine, with the understanding that everybody who looks so-called white ain't white. They could be an Israelite. So the best thing to do is say, hey, if you are an Israelite, repent. If not, you will be destroyed and then put into slavery.
Right.
When you come back, and that's just that. There's no in between. There's no things. The Lord said, make it plain upon tables, man.
Mhm.
And that's all we do. We're just here to make it plain, bro.
Right.
Not nothing's complicated. None of that. Man, if you can't get it, it's just because the Lord didn't see it fit for you to get it. But it's plain. We're gonna make it plain.
Right, yeah, because we have our apostles that we, giving us the truth, the power of the Spirit, Yahweh Shimon Shai,
Right.
that rule well. But really, apostles just mean sent away.
Right.
So we're all basically apostles,
Right.
You know. Again,
But
it says,
the Lord said, what? He said, your teacher should not be removed into a corner
Anymore.
And that's a clear sign of the end. Because now the end, the prophets are out there, or even like you said, apostles are sent away. The last sent away to tell you the end is here. Right?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It says, I have waked up last of all, as
Right.
one that gathereth after the great gatherers,
Right.
by the blessing of the Lord.
As one gathered after the
After the
great
great gatherers.
gatherers, right? And that's what the Lord said. I got a cluster, but I have a great of the cluster, which means He's gathering, right? He's gathering, right? And you're gathering with who? Yahweh Shai, because the Lord said, "He that gathered not with me scattereth."
Right.
Right? So we're gathering. We're here to gather with Yahweh Shai, man.
Mhm.
So we're waking up with the great gatherers, which would be the prophets.
Mhm.
We're here to bring in the elect, man.
That's through the power of Spirit.
Through the power of Yahweh Shai, Lord willing,
Yeah,
right?
Lord willing. It says, by the blessing of the Lord, I profited.
Right.
And tread my
That's right. They say,
winepress.
I profited. Hey,
Yeah.
that's what you know. We're a prophet. We're here to be the prophets. We
Right.
profit more than one way. You know,
Right,
we're here
right,
to
right.
say what's before it happened, but also be a prophet for benefit, which is goes to that being that welfare,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Profited by getting his wisdom, his knowledge, his understanding.
And then you're profitable to someone else.
Ah.
And it says, if he's not good to himself, whom will he be good
good
to?
to, yeah.
So now that you're good to yourself, now you could be profitable to another brother or another sister, speaking the truth, being profitable, being that welfare for the nation.
Mhm.
More willing, for the elect of the nation, which will in
Right.
turn bring in the whole nation,
What's
right?
it going to go into? It
Right?
says-
Because I don't want to say
Yeah.
the whole,
No.
like that,
We ain't gathering
people.
them. Well, we ain't doing shit. But
How Shai's got.
yeah, it's not gathering the whole nation. It's just the elect, man.
Just the elect. Yeah.
It says, I profited and tread my winepress like a
Right.
gatherer of grapes.
Right.
It says, consider that I labored not for myself only,
Right.
but
Yes.
for all them that seek learning.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. See, and I gather not just for myself only, but them for that seek learning. So that goes into us what? Gather with the grape gatherers, right? You know what I mean?
Busy.
Matter of fact, can you get that? Just when he says that, get that Genesis 49, and I think it's 49 and 9.
I got to appreciate it for me.
What?
Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 24, verse 30, it says, I also came out as a brook from a river and as a conduit into a garden. It says, I also came out as a brook from a river and as a conduit into a garden. I said, I will water my best garden, which speaking about ultimately the elect. It says, and I will water abundantly my garden bed, and lo, my brook became a river, and my river became a sea. And that's just the what tells you what Isaiah 44th chapter, man. They will spring up as willows by the water courses. That's our people waking up, okay, to who they are, man. You can't stop it, man.
Right.
Esau trying to stop, okay, they call it a movement, but it's not a movement, man. It's just the Spirit of the Lord, okay, moving. It says, I will make doctrine to shine as the morning and will send forth the light afar off. It says, I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy. Yeah.
Dude, say that again.
It says, I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy
Man.
and leave it to all ages forever.
Man, hey, beautiful.
It says,
Hey, I give you chills on, man. The Lord's, hey, it's not an accident. Bro, this, like you said, they're trying to stop it like it's a move,
Right.
but this is not an accident.
right.
This is all intentional from the Lord, man.
Ultimately, this is the wisdom, because
The wisdom.
this book is speaking about, it's really Yahweh Shai.
Yes, Yahweh Shai,
It's
yeah.
Yahweh Shai. It says, behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom.
Right. Right.
Bro, because it's all about the elect, man. It's all it's about. The scripture says, give them warning for me, whether they're here or whether they forbear. But we know that only a remnant's going to return in this time.
Right.
That's what it's about, man.
That's, yeah. Go ahead.
Look,
No.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Yeah.
This is Genesis chapter 49 and verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet,
Right.
until Shiloh come.
Right. Shiloh being, like I said, that's really technically it's Yahweh Shai. Right. Shiloh is Yahweh Shai. So that's really, it's basically Yahweh Shai. But Yahweh Shai is the one who's gathered.
Go ahead. You're fine.
But
Thank you.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
it's really Yahweh Shai
Yeah,
gathered.
he's the one gathering. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not really us.
No.
But we're part of that grapes. We're the grapes. And what's crazy is got it. Oh yeah, what's crazy is you know, that's part of that the rejoicing of the Lord, because the Lord said that what he said he will not drink of wine until it's fresh in the kingdom. But guess what's also the wine? Guess what else is the wine?
Right.
The truth, and then it basically brings us back, because the grapes he's gathering is us. So once everything is, you know, it's going to bring forth that you know what I mean? It's like a twofold thing.
Right.
You're not going to drink wine until the king, but then we're going to be like that wine ourselves that's going to be in the kingdom.
Right.
You know what I mean? That it's a man. Hey, the Lord, it's layers to the way the Lord speaks, man. Layers to it, man.
Imagine how that beautiful wine will taste in the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because all this stuff right here, basically it's all poison.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. From the actual wine to their philosophy.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Esau, the so-called white man, thinking he's going to be above forever, and then when he get destroyed, that's going to taste real good to us, man. You know, to finally see your enemy groveling before your feet and being put in his place with the chains, says that your chains upon their nobles.
Well, what we
You know what I'm saying?
crush thy enemies. You see the lamentations of
Yeah,
the woman.
Oh yeah, the Conan.
Yeah, Conan.
Yeah, he had that warrior mentality, man. That's what we had. Yeah,
Right.
crush your enemies and hear the lamentation of your women.
Right.
Right before we pair, like you said, pair their nails, shave off their head, let them be in there for a while, and then and then we're gonna see if IUIC go in there and do the grape doctrine. You know what I mean? And see if you're gonna be ashamed then, right? Because that's the law, bro. What you do? You gonna break the law? Hell no! It's the kingdom. You ain't gonna break the law. You gonna pare the nails and then you're gonna go in. Hey, you're gonna you know, you're gonna take hold of it. You know, so to speak. You know.
I got a precept, brother. You said this is not of us, right?
Right.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, "For we preach not ourselves, but Yahweh Shai Mashiach the Lord, and ourselves your servants, for Yahweh Shai's sake." It says, "For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts, to give the light of knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach." Hey, because this is that place of darkness, man. You know, and that light being this wisdom, this knowledge, has shined upon us.
That's right.
Okay? It says, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels,
Right.
that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us.
Right.
You see, so everything's for the power of the
Then the
Spirit.
excellency that's in it. Yeah. That's why even
Yeah.
Peter didn't say, hey, don't look at me as if we done anything.
Right.
It was the power of the Lord that
Right,
that
right,
held
yeah.
Don't look
Yeah.
at us like we're
It's
we're
not
some
us,
grace.
yeah.
Yeah.
You want the revelation?
Yeah. Oh, we got one?
Is there more?
No, he got it. No, he got a precept.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You know, basically, because basically that light, is shining up on us because we have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So that light is shining upon us, right? As it's Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 1, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, And the glory of the Lord Yahweh Shai is rising upon thee.
Yeah, which is still Yahweh Shai. Yeah.
Risen upon you.
Yeah, risen upon you,
Risen
which is still Yahweh Shai. Yeah. But,
Alright,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth,
right, that's Esau. Going into that philosophy that we said that funky wine.
Funky wine.
Yeah, that's that funky wine that he got, man.
and gross darkness to people. But the Lord Yahweh shall arise upon thee,
Right, the confusion of the people, but the Lord is going to rise upon what the elect, right, and unconfuse you, right.
his
Step
glory,
into that pineal gland,
Yeah.
clear up your mind.
Yeah.
Step into that spirit,
Quicken you.
give you the unction, right? What's it called? What's it in the Greek? Charisma, right? Goes into the charisma, right? Goes into the spirit, man.
Yeah, charisma.
What is charisma?
It
Yeah,
sounds
spirit.
like charisma.
Charisma.
Charisma. Yeah. Yeah.
Charisma or charisma, yeah.
Charisma. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yeah. And his glory should be seen upon, and that's what you're seeing. Not that we're some great guys, but the glory of the Lord is upon us, man. Lord willing, you know.
Lord willing.
Yeah.
Mhm. You want me to, can I start at 14? This is Revelation 14, verse 14. It says, and I looked, and behold, a white cloud. And it said, and upon the cloud, one like the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown,
Right.
and in his hand a sharp sickle.
Right. Yeah.
It said, and another angel came.
That's going into this time,
Right.
World War III.
Right.
Because the elect going into
The reapers.
Well, I was saying, what are you gonna sickle do? You're gonna reap the grapes, right? Because we're talking, it's time to reap in everything, the harvest, right?
And there's a precept in what is that? Joel, the 3rd chapter. Where it says, "For the wickedness is great; it's time to reap." It's Joel 3, and let me see if I can tell it. It's a lot.
Let me see if I can
See if you can find it. It's like maybe it's like 3 and 18, 17, somewhere around there, 16 maybe, where it says, "For the wickedness is great." You got it?
Well, no, he got a chapter.
It's 13, brother.
Okay. 9 and 13.
No, 3 and 13.
13.
Joel 3 and 13. We're gonna go right into that, bro. I'm already there.
You're there?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
already.
you got it, brother.
This is Joel 3 and verse 13. It says, "Put ye in the sickle." It says, "For the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great."
Yeah. And that's where we're at right now,
Yeah,
right?
that's where we're at right now, man.
Because we just need them to push the RFID micro right?
Mm-hmm.
Because everything else is going to basically go in
Like
go
dominoes.
dominoes, right? Because the whole thing with everybody's fighting, that's going to be dominoes. The freaking the food, right? The famine of the word, right? Because they're pushing that too now, pretty much. You can't really say nothing in other countries. They're already doing that, especially against the small hats.
I think I was seeing a little video like in Florida. They were trying to arrest a man because he was posting something about
The small hats.
The small hats.
Yeah,
and
they
were-
just passed the
yeah.
thing in Florida. They just passed
Oh,
the
that's
law.
where it is? Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
they just passed
so-
the law.
That's
Florida.
It's gonna come where you ain't gonna be able to say nothing no more.
No, it basically states you still
Oh, you
got.
can go through.
You still go
You're
through.
fine.
Yes, it says that you still got freedom of speech. You just can't talk about the small hats. In Florida, they passed a new law. I forgot the name of the law.
Yeah.
But they passed.
What does
they
that
just
tell
passed
you?
it.
What does that tell you, bro?
Yeah, they're coming to take it off. Yeah.
It says, this is verse 15, Revelation 14, verse 15. It says, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud,
Right.
thrust in thy sickle,
Right.
and reap.
And reap. Hey, and that's dealing with the elect, right? The elect. The Lord said you're like that cluster of grapes, but the Lord said He's gonna take some of the grapes off of that, those gleaning grapes. He's gonna take those off and let the rest of them all perish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It says, thrust in thy sickle and reap,
Right.
for the time has come for thee to reap. For the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Right. Yeah, the harvest of the earth is right. When it also, it's another one too. Is it Matthew?
Right. Yeah, it's in Matthew 13, I believe.
Go to
I believe it's 13. Look it up, brother.
Yeah.
where it says the how's it say? I forget how it goes. I want to say it's Matthew 13, but I could be wrong. I believe so. I could be wrong though.
I know it's in Matthew.
It is in Matthew.
Oh, is it in 24? At the bottom? Talks about the reaper. I know it's in Matthew. Blade, but when the blade sprang up,
I think it's here, bro.
the 20,
Well, this is talking about the tears, though.
you're talking about 26?
Yeah, that's talking about the tears as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going into it though, because we do have the tears.
Oh, right there, 30? Oh, yeah, it's good. Oh, read.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do that one. 13, 30.
This is Matthew chapter 13 and verse 30. Let both grow together.
Right, which is talking about the wheat and the tares, but going into the theme of this being the harvest,
Right.
right?
Right.
The time of the harvest. Go ahead.
Like if you have your wheat and your tares, if I can speak on it real quick, the wheat being, the Israelites, then you have the tares, those that they look like Israelites, but they're really not, because those are the tares.
Chocolate cover Edomites.
Yeah, chocolate cover Edomites, coconut, coconut.
Coconut.
But you also have those in the spiritual sense as well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean, I know this is talking about the actual, because it says, well, go ahead, we keep reading, brother. So
Yes, it's the actual sense, but then,
yeah.
spiritually, because you got to be a spiritual man. It's not saying this, I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. Because, you have to have that spirit. You got to spiritually, it's that too,
Yeah, because the book of Job, it says that a wisdom is double.
Right.
So it comes, it's
Coming
not
twofold.
It's
Twofold.
it's multifold sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes threefold.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let both grow together
Right.
until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers.
Right. Yeah, which goes with it. Because the Lord coming with the angels, and they're basically three reapers.
Gather ye together first the tares
Right.
and bind them.
Yeah, because you even had in the back in the day where you even had Jake, where they were passed as white, and they would live amongst the white so they could escape their curses. What is it, mulatto or whatever it is, right? They call them mulattoes or I forgot the other one that they call them. But yeah, mulattoes or whatever. But they were Jake that could pass for Edom. They were real light skinned. They had decent little hair or whatever, and they could pass for white. Which that's what that one chick was. Was it
Sinners?
Sinners? Yeah, they were Sinners.
Yeah.
She was basically like a Jake,
Yeah.
but she could pass for white. So that's why he was like, hey, look, go be with the white so you don't have to live like us.
Right.
And she's like, I don't want to do that. Like, being a Jake woman, you know what I mean? It's like, I still want to be a Jake. Yeah. Go your ass over there and live good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, she loves to fight.
yeah. She loved the donut. Go ahead.
Bundles to burn them,
Right.
but gather the wheat unto my
Yeah.
burn
Yeah,
Barn.
the wicked.
barn.
Yeah.
That bar represents the chariot, man. Hey, that bar represents the chariot. Gather my wheat into the barn. That's getting raised up.
Into the chariot.
Into the chariot.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go.
You go through.
Hey, you can go through right here. You can go through right here.
You good?
You good? You good? But yeah.
So then I
You
got
got more
up,
books?
and then
You want to get verse 31?
What's that?
What? Yeah.
Another parable.
No, that's it.
It's good? Okay.
That's it. Yeah, just making that point that Yahweh Shai and the
Angels are gathered.
They're the reapers,
They're
man.
the reapers. They're gonna gather the elect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna separate
Yeah.
the tares or the like you said, The ones that's spiritually not right. Basically, you're just not right. Yeah, they're gonna be, the ones that got the dross.
Right.
Too much dross, you're gonna be kicked out. Which is
Right.
liken unto it, because the Lord said that you should have He's gonna see if whether your works are what, wheat, hay, stubble, or things that's gonna basically, or tin, things that burn up, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? To see if your works are your works are of gold, silver, something that's gonna be something that's gonna be able to withstand the heat, because that's what the Lord's about to bring. It's about to bring. It's going to bring a certain amount of heat. Not necessarily being, well, it's going to be hot, but it's just saying it's going to be a certain temperature of bringing what trouble? Jacob's trouble. Can you withstand the heat of Jacob's trouble?
Yeah.
Right?
Because you're going to have your physical terrors, those who look like Jake and they're not, they come back from Edom or any other nation. Yeah. But then you're going to have the spiritual terrors too, man. Those are like us, those are not right, man. The 2/3, they're Israelites, but they're just not right. They're the 2/3. Yeah. This is Revelation 14 and verse 15 again. It says, and another angel came out. It says that the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time has come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Right. Yeah. See, it's going to be that time to gather in the grapes. Gathering the harvest, basically, which is symbolic for the elect being brought in, right? And then, like I said, 2/3 being destroyed.
It says, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped.
Yep, and the earth was reaped.
Right.
And that's going to be the conditions of what World War III, the famine, the death, the pestilence. It says four things, four destructions, right? The four destructions, the dog and tear.
That's on Jeremiah. Can you get it, brother? Jeremiah 15. Jeremiah 15. Jeremiah 15 verse 3. You probably heard one maybe, but wherever sounds good.
Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 1. Then said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth.
Right.
Are you good?
Yeah. Showing that this is going to be a thing. You can't get in on another man's merit. Basically, you can't get on another man's work.
Yeah.
Right. So if Moses, which is, hey, that's his friend. That's his guy. And no one, only Moses is gonna make it. Yeah, King David, right? Yeah, so that's his guy. Yeah, he ain't gonna. You can't get in on his thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Only this guy.
Right. Because the scripture
he can be saved. So it's only, and that goes into that regimen of it being the elect, the 144,000. Right. Showing that number, right? Showing that it's going to be a scarce. That's why the Lord, even he said, Yahweh Shai, when he was Solomon, he said what? Out of 1,000, I've only found one. Right, and that's what we're giving you that regimen. Out of 1,000 men, there's one. Out of 1,000, one. So when you come down, hey, it's only going to be that 144,000. It's going to be a small number,
right?
Small sanctuary.
Right. Wide is the gate, and there was the way. It says that if you be there, that find it. Right? You see, what did Ezra say? That it's going to be so narrow that only one man
make
can
a pass
through it. Yes, fire on one side, deep water on the other.
And that's what you're about to go through. Yeah.
Actually.
Hey, and that's befitting too.
Sounds
that's befitting too, because what do you say when you're in trouble? Sometimes you say what? I'm in deep water.
I'm in deep water.
Yeah. You're in trouble. Or you say you're fire. Fire. Yeah.
The heat,
fire.
man. I'm feeling that heat.
Feeling the heat. Yeah.
Catching heat.
Yeah. So on one side is water, deep waters. The other side is fire. So you want to do all these things of Jacob's trouble, right? Right. With the famine, the death, the pestilence that's about to come upon America and the world, right? The micro C hip that's going to be pushed into everybody. You're going to get tried. The Lord said He's going to try the world to see who is His and who's not.
Yeah, who's about the Lord?
Who's about the Lord and who's not?
Who's not?
You know what I'm saying? You want to get fed? Esau's going to tell you. The government's going to say, if you want to get fed, you got to get this chip. You know about the chip? Micro C hip. You got to get the micro C hip if you want to eat. You got to get the chip.
They have a good
Or
day.
you got to be about the Lord, and then the Lord's gonna feed you. See, you gotta have faith, huh? Yep. Esau's the devil. Esau's that guy right there who's ruling the world right now, right? The elite. Esau's the elite. The international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Gettys,
in the Bible,
the Oppenheimers, right? Well, these people have to be people for real, right? The things that the devil, they're the physical counterpart of Satan. So there's Satan on this world. Satan means adversary. So you got to have an adversary. There's a good guy and there's a bad guy. There's a good guy and an antagonizer. So the antagonizer, those people, will be the so-called white man, which are the international bankers, right? Don't they rule the world? Yeah, don't they got trillions of dollars? Aren't there homeless people right here? They could end world hunger in a like that.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah,
like
they can end world hunger right now. They can end the war right now. But they what do they call it? They purchase it on both sides. They finance both sides of the war. So no matter who wins, they're gonna profit. That's the international bankers, man. And then you got to decide, once the Strait of Hormuz, they don't bring any more food, which they talking about was less than a week, maybe 2 weeks. You got a little bit of time where there ain't gonna be no food in the grocery stores. So who you gonna trust in to get your food? Okay, well, that's what you're saying.
You trust in Albertsons, bro.
Yeah, trust in Albertsons. Okay. All right, bro. All right, then. Let's go ahead and read. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, well,
Yeah. You be a court jester in the kingdom. We'll have time for that later. Go ahead.
yeah, right. All right.
We'll have plenty of time in the kingdom to be a court jester.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
I'm gonna claim you. I claim you as my court jester.
Remember in Colors when the top roll up? I said, what's up with him? It was a blue rocket. He down for the hood. This man down for Albertsons.
He was trying to be a clown, trying to be a joke. But hey, in the time to come, ain't gonna be no fucking jokes.
Nah.
Ain't gonna be no jokes out here, bro. We coming into maybe our last Passover.
Lord willing.
So Lord willing, you know what I mean? So the last thing you worried about is some fucking clown, man. Some court jester, man. Yeah, man.
And once you said, about the mark of the beast, you see his face?
Yeah.
He gonna take it.
Yeah, he gonna take it. You gotta eat. You already hobbling on one leg. The Lord already did it, man. Well, yeah, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 2. And it shall come to pass if they shall, I'll read it again. And it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt.
Yeah, that's a lot of people gonna say, hey, where should we go now? What do we gonna do? Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. What should we do? What are you talking about? Man, ain't you guys the ones that was teaching? Man, we ain't got nothing for you. We ain't got nothing to say no more. Hey,
it's all
the
been
job
said.
is done. Yeah, the job is done.
It's already all been said.
Yeah, hey, the reapers. Hey, we just said the reapers. Once the reap, hey, that's done. The Lord's gonna start separate. All right. But the tawa on the head. Hey, so while we going through the all these different things, these troubles, Jacob's trouble. Why are people dying next to you? You can see dead people dropping left and right, and you're just gonna be going through them. Man, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
But Jeremiah, the 25th? Is it 25? So they're gonna be like dung
upon the earth. Yeah. Hey, and it said no one's gonna lament. So it means you're gonna be dropping at a fast pace.
Right.
Then there's no time. No one should bury them, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have time. You're gonna have a break. Once those birth pains crank up, a woman when she's already when it's finally and the baby's coming, she don't got time to go. Let's go to the club. Hey, let's go over here and get our EPT card again, and let's do all the fucking things we did in the world. No, the baby's coming. It's breach. It's breaching. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out. What are you gonna do? You have no choice. You know what I'm saying? Birth pains is coming. The baby's coming. Right? The Lord said, shall bring forth a nation in one day, man. That's us, man. Lord willing, if we're part of that number, man.
Yeah, can I grab that real quick?
Go ahead.
I'll just get right to the point. Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 33. It says, and the slain of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth.
And that's starting now. If you think of what's happening in Iran, they're being slain. People are being destroyed, being killed. From one end of the earth all the way over here in Iran, all the way to America, from you niggas who do madness every day, gang banging and drug dealing, and the cops doing whatever. And then, of course, these race wars are going to start kicking up.
Yeah.
It's going to be from one end of the earth unto the other.
Right.
People are going to be getting slain, man.
Right? It says, they should not be lamented,
Right.
neither gathered,
Right.
nor buried. They
Yeah.
shall be dung upon the ground.
Yeah. When you can't get to the grocery store and get your food,
And go to Albert.
you can't go to Albertsons, bro. You can't pray to old, powerful Albertsons. Nigga, yeah, you're gonna drop dead, man. Right?
Go ahead.
And Albertsons not even a big store, so like that, you better be there early because
Should at least say
they're gonna be
fries.
snatched. Everything gonna be snatched off the shelves. Yeah, you gonna say, hey, Walmart or something. Yeah, because at least it's a bigger store. But even then, all them things are gonna be snatched off the shelf because there's barely anything on the shelf now. Because they say they try to push the stuff to the beginning of the shelf, the front of the shelf, so it looks like
they spread it out.
They spread it out to make it look like there's something there. There ain't nothing there now. So you're technically in a famine.
C19.
Right.
All the toilet paper,
Yeah.
everything was empty, bro. Even the baby wipes, all that, bro. Imagine when you can see that with all the food.
Yeah.
No
So all
more
coming
canned
back.
goods, no more water, no more nothing.
That's coming back shortly.
That's coming.
Shortly, very
That's
shortly. That's what they're showing with the energy crisis. They're showing you it's all basically the C19 on steroids though, because it's going to tell you where you can't move.
Yeah, they're already rationing out energy in other parts of the world.
Right.
That's coming here.
Yeah. See, but he thinks it's a joke. He's trying to be all right. Well, all right. Because I was. If he was going to listen, I was going to say maybe you're not an Edomite, or if so, I was going to have to tell him, hey, if you're not an Edomite, you need to repent. If you're an Edomite, you got to be destroyed. But once you start doing a little joke thing, I'm like, hey, bro, all right, bye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because most likely you're an Edomite. You ain't looking at this thing as a truthful thing.
Yeah.
And if you are, Jake, hey,
Yeah,
either
yeah.
way it goes, you're gonna get destroyed, and you have to come back.
Yeah,
And you're gonna be shamefaced in the kingdom, man.
Yeah, because even Jake be like that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Jake is good.
I'll start back at verse 2. It's, Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, such as are for death to death.
But right, hey, such are you to be killed, and you're gonna be killed,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And such as are for the sword, to the sword.
Such you to be executed, destroyed. Hey, because they were talking about Trump wants to bring back the firing squad.
Yeah.
So some people are going to be lined up because they're going to say, hey, you were protesting against Trump. You had something to say against the small hats.
Right.
And they're going to line you up in the firing
Right.
squad, and such are to the sword,
Or execute you.
Execute you.
You know, they got the incinerators.
Yeah, you got
The
this
guillotine.
yeah.
All that.
All that, yeah. They got it all ready for you. Everything's a joke until it's not. Everything funny until it's not. Till it smacks you in the reality smack you in the face, and hey, then you realize, man, it is not funny. All the fun and games.
It's gonna be like that article you're saying, and then nobody's gonna come to save you. That's right.
Yeah, God.
And if you don't have Yahweh Shem Yoshai, ain't nobody else gonna come.
That's right.
Ain't nobody else real.
Ain't nobody else real. Ain't nobody else.
No other God is real.
That's right.
Well, that's what the Lord said. There's no other God beside me.
Right.
Right? And the Lord even gets facetious. He said, I
went
went looked.
looking.
Yeah, I went to look.
I couldn't find none.
I couldn't find them. He said, I went to go look.
Yeah.
Man, that's cold.
Yeah.
Of course, I went to go look, and I still don't see them. Where they at? And that's basically that's a test to us as Israelites, man. Why do we transgress the Most High? The Lord like, what am I not here? Like what? Am I not a presence?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what else?
What
What else could have I done for you?
Yeah, right. Right? The Lord said, what? Then you read that. He said, I am in the midst of Israel. Right? So what more could the Lord have done? When 2 or 3 are gathered, hey, the Lord is in the midst of Israel, bro. You know that He's there. When you feel the wind blow, when you know what I mean, you don't gotta see. Like you said, the things that are seen is evidence of the
Romans,
invisible power, man.
Romans the first chapter.
Yeah. Come on now.
And such as are the famine to famine,
Right.
and such
Right.
as are
Hey, all you. That's what the angels are basically said.
Yeah.
The gatherers, right? The angels coming. Hey, you gonna get put to death. You gonna be by the sword.
Yeah.
You're gonna be by the famine.
You're
And
gonna
the
starve
angels,
out,
you gonna fall out the truth, and then you're gonna be over here. Hey, man,
scary things, bro.
the angels gonna start dividing you to put you in these different groups. That's part of the gathering, right? Part of the putting the sickle in, man. Right? The sickle, hey, the harvest is ripe. It's ready. Right?
Yeah, the scripture says the harvest is the end of the world.
And the harvest is the end of the world. So we're here.
We're here.
We're here. Go ahead.
As are for the captivity to captivity.
Yeah, and concentration camps. You go over
Yep.
here.
Yep.
And you really about Esau, so we're gonna put you into a rehabilitation camp.
Yep.
Get you rehabilitated, and you can get the micro C hip, and then you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
the Lord got it all set up for
All
you,
set
man.
up,
All
man.
your set perils are for you, man.
Right? Those who consent to them will be held in derision.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So you take it, you're gonna be good for what, a week, 2
Right.
weeks, 3 weeks. Hey,
Yeah, they gonna be
still
long.
gonna-
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because you know they already got a 15-minute city here in Tempe. It's called, I forgot what it's called. It's called the Coda Sac or Coda something. But basically, it's like a literally like, and then like when you do the thing, it's like literally like a cul-de-sac. So it's showing you, and they don't want you to go too far. It's just like a little small area, a 15-minute city that they have right here in Phoenix, Tempe, Arizona. Just outside of Phoenix, right? So they already got the 15-minute cities here. I did a lesson on Russia. Russia has 15-minute cities already built and ready. So I thought Russia was against America.
Nah.
I thought Russia was against these people. I thought they're against Ukraine. Ukraine got 15-minute cities. So these people that are fighting, they all have the 15-minute cities. They're all changing over to the digital dollar.
But it said they all come in one consent.
Come in one consent. Yeah,
They know what they're doing.
come on. Now all of a sudden this is energy crisis. And then what does it say? As American Airlines cut down 20% of their air flights, so some flights are not going out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And imagine when that food starts coming in.
Certain flights are not going out. Certain boats are not going out. So when they cut back the fuel things, there's gonna be no food, and then they're gonna make sure that you get the chip in order for you to go eat.
Yeah.
Right? They're gonna give you the micro C hip, so you got to be part of this digital system in order to eat.
And buy
To
or
be part of
sell.
that system. Can't buy or sell unless you be part of that system. Right? But this is all part of the gathering, man. This is all part of the angels coming out with that sickle, right? Gathering this whole thing up and seeing we're that great that the Lord is keeping,
Lord
man.
willing.
Lord willing,
Lord willing,
yeah.
yeah.
Lord willing, we're part of that number, man. Right?
A little bit more.
What?
Verse 3, I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema
Yeah, there you go. That's it. I will point over them 4 kinds. That's it. That's the one.
The sword to
Right.
slay,
Yeah. And you won't die by the sword. Oh, y'all go over here. Yep. And and then what's crazy? He got angels whose job is just to do that.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure that you know there's thousands and millions of angels, and their job is to make sure all you get killed by the sword.
Spirits created for
Vengeance,
vengeance.
right? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
and the dogs to tear.
Yeah, and he got a bunch of angels making sure that somehow you run into a place where you run into a pack of wolves, a pack of dogs, and the dogs to tear, man.
You
Right?
know, you know what's crazy? I was telling that brother, I know it's kind of a little side, but the other day I was throwing trash out where I live, and I saw a big ass, I thought it was a wolf, bro. Yeah. And I saw it, I said, oh shit. So I kind of peeked at it. He looked at me, bro. He looked at me and he took off running. I don't know, maybe he saw an angel. I don't know.
Lord willing, Lord
because
willing, Lord
because
willing.
it freaked me out because it was a big dog, bro. I thought it was a wolf.
It could have been an angel.
It could have been right behind me.
Right behind you,
This
yeah.
big ass sword.
Because the animals
But
can see.
I know.
Yeah, the animals. Hey,
They
Lord
sense-
willing, yeah,
they
Lord
sense
willing.
that, bro. So
Yeah,
hey,
Lord
Lord willing. But I thought it was. I was like, damn.
Yeah, come.
'Cause I saw my car like a couple. I said, man, I got my key. And I said, I don't even got my keys. I couldn't even get in my car. I said,
Good. And the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
But well, let's go to the dung to be dung upon the earth. So the fowls of heaven, they only come down once you're dead after a while. Remember? Yeah.
well, it's the beast of the earth too.
No, I know, but I'm talking about the fowls
The
first.
fowls, right.
The fowls only come
Right.
down when you're already dead. So when you said talk about them
Crows.
crows when
There
they're
you go.
like dung, said to be dung upon the earth, they're gonna come down when you're
Vultures.
like vultures
They eat
that
dead
come
things.
down to eat the dead things.
Eat the dead
And then it says what? The beast. Then the beast of the earth.
The beasts of the earth.
And then you got the beast, and then you got the newly created beast.
Newly created
The
beast.
one that spit out sparks and tempests. And the one that said one spit out some stinky stuff. It says, we go back into that. It says it's like a stinky smoke.
Yeah. Imagine when everything hit, right? When all hell hit, all hell, come on, break loose. The zoos, all the animals will come out.
Yeah,
They're gonna be tearing shit up, man.
right.
They're gonna be hungry.
Hungry. Yeah, because nobody's gonna be feeding them. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Imagine, bro. Big ass lion.
You know where that's at? That newly created beast.
Really created beast. I can find it.
Second.
Yeah. Let me see. I'll find it.
It's in 11. I don't know.
And Shalom. Yep, one. So fucking top.
Come.
Yeah, read that again, brother.
Oh, yeah, please.
So I can find
Yeah,
it.
please. Yeah. Because that's the crazy thing about that. Why people are joking, the Lord having the angels develop that, like develop where you're gonna go. Like Esau's with categorio in the 12, Revelations 12,
Revelation 12, yep.
categorio, put you in the categorizing you, but the angel categorizes you too. Such are for the deaf, some for the sword, you for the wild beast, you for to get terror by the dogs, you for the fowls of the air, so you're gonna be already dead, you're gonna be dung upon them, and then the wild beasts are gonna come and eat. Man. And you ever see these lions? I was watching a thing and they were showing the lion. The lion was as big as the freaking car, bro. That shit was scary. I was like, oh shit. Like, you've seen lions on TV, but when I've never seen it next to another thing to you can see the size. This thing was as big as the car. As big as like a small, like, bro. That's just crazy. Now imagine that chasing you down, bro. And then you're technically not already that fast, but then when you have an 8 days, you're really not that fast because you don't have the strength.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You haven't had the water. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to run. The lions just go eat you while you alive, man. You know?
Verse 3 again. I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh Shah, the sword to slay,
Right.
and the dogs to tear,
Yeah.
and the fowls of the heaven.
Yeah, and that's the Lord appointing the angels. I will appoint this. The Lord is appointing angels to do these things. Go ahead.
The beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. You know what I'm saying, man? It's going to be a whole lot of creatures, especially the lions. Hey, man, if them lions haven't eaten for days, hey, man, all these creatures, basically, what God done saying, that the zoos is going to be open, and all the animals going to be out.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
you even see coyotes come in close to the city. I don't know if you ever seen
Yeah.
coyotes be into the city already.
I've
They-
seen Javelina.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them. So I said, man,
Even out in Scottsdale,
Wolf.
they keep they every once in a while you'll hear a story about a mountain lion coming in close to Scottsdale, right? And then in
cats.
Tucson they had cougars. They spotted cougars out in Tucson. Yeah,
More
Yeah.
panthers. Is that a panther?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah. I looked at one brother was speaking about that, so I looked at it to see if it was if it's native to Arizona, and they said that the cougars are native to Arizona, man. They're out in between Mexico, and so they kind of like the Mexican wolf. They kind of come in between Arizona and Mexico, all that stuff. So yeah, the cougars are native to this area. Yeah, so you got cougars, and mountain lions, and wolves, coyotes.
Yeah.
That's just the thing that's not even in the zoo. Imagine the things that's in the zoo that they done Esau done did some crazy
Experiments, yeah.
experiment with it. Now they're thinking like they were showing you that with the what's that shit called? What's it called Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
And they enhanced the. Now this thing is already a natural killer. This thing enhanced this natural killer to where it can camouflage. Gave it ability to camouflage like a chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
Gave it chameleon ability so it could camouflage. And this thing is already a freaking natural one. Why would you do such? That's Esau, man.
Mm.
He turned this thing
Mad
that's already.
scientist.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist. He's
Dexter.
yeah. But the Lord is a greater scientist. The Lord is better than that, right?
Right.
You got it?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
going to start at verse 15.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 15. It says, but for the foolish devices of their wickedness, worth being deceived, they worship serpents,
Right.
void of reason, and vile beasts. Thou
Right.
didst send multitude of unreasonable
'cause that's
beasts upon them
That's what you
for
do.
vengeance.
You guys are foolish. You start worshiping other things,
Right.
other gods, serpents,
Right.
and beasts, and all sorts of things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Satan, right?
Yeah.
You worship all these other different things.
Right.
You're foolish. It's foolishness. But
It says, I'll read the latter part again. Thou didst send multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them
Right.
for vengeance.
see, so because you worship other gods and this other things, and worship things besides the Most High, the Lord's going to send what is it?
Well, it says multitude. Yep. A multitude says, of unreasonable.
Reasonable beasts.
Yeah,
Can't reason with these beasts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to do, yeah, because you know you got the domestic. You can just domesticate a dog or domesticate certain cats. Hey, even some of these lions have got domesticated, right?
Right.
You put them in the zoo and they hey, but these ones can't be reasoned with.
Yeah.
You can't domesticate this.
Yeah,
Right?
you stand right there in front of a fierce lion. Here, kitty. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work. It says, for the almighty hand that made the world
Right.
of matter without form,
Right.
what it now means to
Right.
send
Hey,
among them.
that's a real science. It means to know. Science means to know. So you want to talk about science? Yeah, Yahweh made the world without matter and made it happen
without form. Yeah.
without form.
Mhm.
And guess what else he created? Go ahead.
It says, for the almighty hand that made the world of matter without form,
Uh-huh.
what it now means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts full of rage.
Yeah, and unknown. Hey, you're gonna send bears, lions, and even wild beasts. What is that?
It says
Unknown.
wild beasts, or unknown wild
Yes,
beasts.
unknown wild beasts. So the Lord's
Right.
gonna send unknown wild beasts unto you.
Right.
It's things that you don't know nothing about. So it's gonna be unreasonable for some stuff you don't know nothing about. How can you reason with that?
Mhm.
Right?
It says, or unknown wild beasts full of rage,
Right.
newly created.
Newly created. See, Esau be creating, but hey, you don't got nothing on the Most High.
No.
You know what I mean? But
It says, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents.
right, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Stinky smell, yeah.
Yeah.
Or filthy scent, yeah.
Of scattered smoke,
Of scattered smoke, yeah.
or shooting horrible sparkles
Sparkles.
out of their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, shooting laser beams out their eyes. This is an animal. That's what the Lord got. See? Esau, you got some stuff. You got your little robot dogs and your little robot thing, you know what I'm saying? You got your other little beast that you created. And you know, you created the liger and the what's the other one? The white lion and all this other. You did some things, but hey, the Lord got things that's gonna shoot out stinky stuff and
Yeah.
shoot laser beams out their eyes. Man.
Yeah.
These are the kind of animals the Lord can create.
Yeah,
man.
he has to do it. He has to do it. We gotta do it.
Yeah. So why dudes joking and think, Bashes or whatever. Albertsons.
I'm trying to get out.
Albertsons, or you praying to Bashes, Albertsons, or Fry's or Kroger's or whatever you think you're praying to. But hey, those food sources ain't gonna be there. But you know what's gonna show up? An unreasonable beast of unknown creations, man.
Right.
You didn't know that. You didn't know this thing was created.
Didn't know they existed.
You didn't know they existed. So people actually gonna see Bigfoot. And all, yeah, you're gonna see, you're gonna see Leviathan and stuff,
Right.
man. You're gonna start
Godzilla.
seeing these things, Godzilla, man. You're gonna start seeing these things for real, man. Then you all that joking and playing around, Now, what are you gonna do? Get the chip? Like I was trying to speak to something serious. Hey, that's the most serious thing out here right now. Hey, you can get the micro C hip and trust in the Lord, or trust in the Lord.
Right.
Because either you get the micro C hip and you trust in Esau, or you don't get the micro C hip and you trust in the Lord and you trust that the Lord is going to take care of you. He's going to take care of you. He's going to give you provision. He's going to protect you from the wild beasts. Well, he created that.
Yeah.
The thing that shoot out the stinky stuff and shoot out laser beams from his eyes, the Lord created that so he could definitely protect you from it.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to have to trust in the Lord for all these things.
Which is that, just like I said, that's why I brought out that,
The four-way.
well, that this, this kind of story I went into, you know what I'm saying? You know, because that could be right there the same situation in the end, man.
Right.
You know, this animal, newly created beast, and all of a sudden the Lord puts, not him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not
Lord,
yet.
yeah,
Just
not
after a
him.
while. Yeah,
Yeah.
the brothers after the
Lord
while.
willing, you know, we
Lord
be
willing,
part of that
number.
number.
Yeah.
I'll come back to Revelation.
Okay.
Revelation 14 in verse 16. It says, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. It says, and another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And this is 18, bro, which one? It says, and another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe.
Right. The angel that had power over the fire and said, put it in a sickle and gather it. So what does that mean? That's going into what? That's said. When we read another one, the Lord's going to gather what the tares, and they're going to put them in that fire. So that's part of that angel of fire. And he's going to have it all set up. Yeah, and the wheat is going to go in the chariots. Yeah, the elect. But it's setting up for that fire for the tares, or for you wild grapes,
Right.
wild olive tree.
Right.
Matter of fact, can you get that? Can you get that? The wild olive tree. Because I know it ain't with the grapes, but still, just going into this 11. It's Revelation,
Jeremiah?
No, Revelation 11.
Oh, what part, brother? How's it go?
It should be like a 10, like an 11, 10.
How's it go?
What talks about the being grafted into the tree?
Oh, to see the olive tree.
To
Okay.
the olive tree.
Yeah, that's Revelation 11.
Yeah, I believe it's Revelation 11. No, you got that.
No, Romans 11.
Romans 11. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. Romans 11, like 10 or something.
Yeah,
Romans 11,
I can get.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Right now?
No. You got it?
Yeah, let me get to it. Revelation 11. I mean, I kept saying Revelation. Romans 11.
Yeah.
And let me see.
No, it's not really the grape, but we read about the olives too, because we're talking about them being gleaned, and there'll be some left. But you know what I mean?
Let me see.
But
I don't see what a good place to start. I'll just start off with verse 11.
yeah,
In the subheading, it says Israel's future. See, that's the thing. They try to say the natural Gentiles are grafted in, which is, no, this is speaking about Israel. Even the subheading says Israel's future salvation.
right.
It says, I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall, the Most High forbid. It says, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles.
Yeah, because we failed at once, but it was all of Israel that failed. But the Lord's raising up the elect that will be saved. That through the elect, all of Israel will end up being saved.
Right, the Gentiles, those are in the Gentile state of
State of
mind.
mind.
The Israelites, the Hellenes and the Hellenistas.
Yep.
Because you had Israelites that they knew they were Israelites, but they were still following after the Greek fashions.
Right.
Or wherever else they were scattered.
Right.
Then you had the other Israelites that didn't even know they were Israelites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you have to bring them back to
Bring them back.
remembrance. Yeah, you have to bring them back to remembrance. Yeah.
It says again, I say then, that they stumbled that they should fall, the Most High forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is coming to the Gentiles.
Right. Yeah.
It says, for to provoke them to jealousy.
Right.
Yeah, because you had those the circumcision, right?
No. It's okay. You smoking, bro. We're doing smoking. Yeah.
Verse 12, it says, now if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much their fullness?
Right.
It says, for I speak to you Gentiles, and as much as I am the apostle of the Gentiles,
Right.
I magnify my office.
Israelite foreigners.
Right.
Not talking about actual Gentiles
No.
of the nations,
No.
other nations. Talking about Israelite foreigners.
Right.
Right.
It says, if by any means I provoke to emulation them which are
Right.
of my flesh,
Right.
that might save some of them.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones, immolation, right? Because that goes into to like copy and paste, so to speak. You see what the apostle's doing, what he's doing, you emulate him. You're supposed to, follow his way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll lead you to salvation.
Right.
Yeah. But that's why the Lord, we came in later on, it was in Galatians, who have bewitched you and said that you should follow after the law in order to be saved. Not saying that we don't keep the law, it's just the law is not going to save us. So you're not supposed to just be hung up on the law. No, we keep it to the best of our ability, but it's not going to save us.
Right.
Because if you're thinking the law is going to save you, man, who have bewitched you? Who made you think some crazy thing as the law going to save you? Yahweh Shai is going to save you, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Not saying you're not supposed to try to keep the law, because it keeps you with a balance, right? Because that's why you don't be over righteous, you don't be over wicked or over righteous. You know what I mean? Right? That's what you must be.
Right. And that's key there. He says, I may provoke to emulation them which are of my flesh.
Right.
Think about it. What was the apostle Paul?
Yeah, he said the
He
Israelites.
said of the tribe of Benjamin, an Israelite. Yeah.
Tribe of the nation of Israel.
Right. Hey, so he's not talking to the natural Gentiles,
Right.
The other nations. It says, for if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what world? The world of Israel.
Right.
What shall the receiving of them be but life? See, it says, what shall be the receiving of them? What should the receiving of them be but life from the dead?
Right.
Having that dead state of mind, man.
Right. Bringing them back.
Bringing them back. It says, for if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy.
Right. Going into basically talking about to the elect. Because the first fruits, being that's the elect, is going to bring back all Israel. So all Israel is going to be holy. Right?
It says, and if the root be holy, so are the branches.
Right. Going back to starting with the root, which is Yahweh Shai, right? Is the root and the branch is Yahweh Shai. And then if you stem off the root and the branch, then you're going to be holy. And then the children that come after you are going to be holy. So of course, once we have the kingdom and you're having all that, bringing back the 2/3, hey, we're going to have a lot of children, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be all holy. Right?
It says, and if some of the branches be broken off,
Right.
and thou being a wild olive tree,
Right.
were grafted in among them.
Right, because that's going back into during the time of the Greeks, they were broken up because once the temple got rebuilt, and
Go ahead, you're good.
once the temple got rebuilt, in the time of Zerubbabel, they rebuilt the temple, things like that, and they got the temple rebuilt and they got back into the land, and then of course later on, when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, basically they were paying tribute unto the Romans, and but then later on the temple got thrown down again.
Yeah. And even before that, during the time of the Maccabees, it was a rededication of the temple. It was a rededication of the temple. You go to what the Hanukkah.
Right.
We're going to right.
Yeah, but yeah. So we yeah. So basically, yeah. So when the temple got thrown down again, because then now that new temple is us. Basically, speaking that point. The new temple is us. Each brick is an Israelite, spiritual bricks, spiritual stone.
Watching up the area.
Verse 16 it says, For the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy.
Right.
And if the root be holy, so are the branches.
Right.
And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and would then partake of the root
Right.
and fatness of the olive
Right,
tree.
going to the Gentile area, which we're all Gentiles at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because in America, we all got broken off until the end, to the time of Abba Bivens.
Yeah.
This guy with the growth of the truth. The truth was the truth stronger up.
It goes going back to what also Jeremiah 17:4, man. Thou shalt discontinue, even thou shalt discontinue thy arrogance. Right. So we didn't know who we were.
Well, then we didn't work, but we're in the time that truth is sprung up.
Yeah.
But it took some time before it's gonna engulf the entire world, right? Right. Is it seven?
Second answer.
Is it 7 or 6?
I believe it's I think this is 7.
7 and 40.
Something like that. Truth is sprung up. That's the one.
Corruption. Yeah.
Corruption.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too. You know, 41 is yeah, that's what you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it right here. Second under 7, and I'll just start with verse 43.
Okay.
It says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time,
Right.
and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past."
Right. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Because time of Abba Bivens, man, the righteousness sprung up, and now we're coming to the time where corruption is going to pass.
Right.
But we're not there yet. But we're coming to that point because that's where we're at. This World War III.
Right, the day of
Right.
doom.
The day of doom.
Right.
Right.
It's going to be the beginning of immortality. Why? Because the new bodies, man,
yeah.
that are going to be given to the elect.
Right.
You know, they're going to have the law, statutes, the commandments, and the inward parts, man.
Right.
But
Unable to
it's,
sin. Yeah, unable to sin.
but it's going to be the end of this time, this age.
Yeah, this age.
It says intemperance is at an end. It says infidelity is cut off.
Yeah.
And intemperance going to what? Not having restraint, man.
Right.
You know, because hey, what goes on here, man? There's no restraint in this place. Okay, you can worship anything. Okay, you can have sex with the damn tree. Okay? Hey, you can do whatever you want here. There's no restraint in this place. So it says intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. What's infidelity? Being unfaithful.
Yeah,
right.
being unfaithful.
It says righteousness is grown and the truth is sprung up.
Right, yeah. And that's where we're at. So time that Abba Bivens came in, and that goes into us being, because that's true too. Because even when, going back into that being that grape, that olive tree, that vineyard, right? It had to spring from a certain, and then you became a corrupt and degenerate plant. But what do you do to it? You take it down, you replant it, until you get you put it in a different area, plant it in some better soil. You open it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now it's that plant that you needed, that vineyard that you've always wanted,
Right.
that you were looking for.
Right. Verse 45, 2 7 verse 45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed.
Right.
Think about Esau, man.
Yeah, nobody can. Yeah, nobody
Can't
can
save
save
him.
you.
It says,
No.
nor to oppress him that had gotten the victory.
Right. Yeah, nobody's gonna come and try to come up against us. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, remember you're those Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You belong back into the ghettos. You know, we're coming to arrest you. You're not gonna Gog and Magog and come after 1,000 years and tie us up or something. You know?
Yeah.
Was it Bishop Nate said that?
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
1,000,
They're
after
gonna
1,000
sneak attack.
years, they're gonna sneak attack. And, yeah, none of that's gonna happen. They're never gonna come up against us ever again.
Right.
Truth has sprung up, man.
Right.
It's gonna engulf the entire world, right? But right now, it's just sprung up. Truth has sprung up. It's not engulfed the entire world yet, but it's coming.
Right.
We're coming to that time.
Right. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. Man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm gonna keep going on this.
Oh, hey, that's crazy because that's even Esau got that. What's that called? Double.
jeopardy.
Double jeopardy, yeah. So Esau even got that. You can't do double jeopardy.
Yeah.
So affliction should not rise up a second time. That's like double jeopardy.
Right. You know, we're being punished.
We already got punished.
Yeah.
We already got trial, sentence, punished, and now we're coming back out. So there's no double jeopardy, man. You can't afflict us again.
Mm-hmm. But you want me to keep going on this?
Yeah.
Verse 18, it says, boast not against the branches.
Right, there you go.
It says, but if thou boast up, it says, thou bearest not the root. It says, but the root thee. It
Right.
says,
That's Yahweh Shai.
It says,
Yahweh Shai got you. You don't have him. He has you. Right? Come on.
it says, thou will say then, the branches were broken off that I might be grafted in.
Oh, right. Oh, they're going back into, yeah.
Right.
So, what are you saying? So, and that goes into being the northern kingdom too, because without the southern kingdom falling out, without 70 AD, and the southern kingdom getting put out the land, there's no chance of them being took it to Africa, and then brought to America, so we could be oppressed together. So they had to fall off. Remember where it says that's they're coming to falling away first, right? So it's the southern kingdom had to fall off in order to bring in the northern kingdom, so we could be oppressed together. So now we're at the time where we're oppressed together in the valley of the shadow of death. We're oppressed together. So all that had to happen in order for this time to come, so it'll spring up, man. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. It
So
says
that
again,
truth will spring up.
thou will say then, the branches were broken off that I might be grafted in. It says,
Right.
well, because of unbelief,
Right.
they were broken off, and thou standest by faith.
Right.
It says, be not high-minded,
Right.
but fear.
Fear.
It says, for if the Most High spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee.
Right.
It
Yeah.
says, yeah.
Because some people get in this, like I said, truth, when they say the knowledge puffeth up. Some people get in this, or even it says, especially people, knowledge puffs you up. And you're really a novice. But you think you learned a lot of things, and then you're thinking you're better than, what you call him? What's his name? Dude from ISUPK, Tazaria. He seen the little young brother that was supposed to be from Ghana, and when he was talking to him, you can come to our Passover. And he said he's from Ghana. Oh yeah, you can't come. Well, there's Israelites in Ghana, man. So you're puffing up because now you got the knowledge. You're puffing up against the thing. That dude might most likely be he could be even in LA.
Right.
You don't even know who this little kid is. Mm-hmm. There's Israelites in Ghana. So you're puffing yourself up against a branch that they were cut off because of unbelief, or we were even cut off. We were here as slaves in America, man.
Yeah.
Not knowing who we were.
Yeah, because
Now you got the knowledge. Now you're somebody.
Yeah, because the Lord said, "What the prostitutes and the publicans are going to go in before you."
Right? Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It says again, it says, behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of the Most High on them which fell. It says severity, but toward thee goodness.
Right.
If thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou shalt be cut off.
Right.
It says, and they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in.
Right.
For the Most High, listen, is able to graft them in again.
Right. Because if they be converted, because everyone, you might not believe, but that's why you're gonna see that in the 11th hour. A lot of people are gonna come in the 11th hour. A lot of them are not believers right now, but in that 11th hour, the Lord's able to graft them in again.
Right.
It's not on you. That's why we said we were just reading about this Yahweh Shai the gathering. It's
Right.
not you. We're just vessels. We're just reading the word, doing precept upon precept. Lord willing, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai is on us, and we're breaking it down correctly. Lord willing. Lord forgive us if we didn't, but we're trying. We're trying to be those righteous vessels. Lord willing,
Uh-huh. It says, for if thou were cut off of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and were grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree,
Right.
how much more shall these be, which be the natural branches, be grafted into their own olive tree?
Right.
You know?
Because those at that time, those were like those Greeks. They had the tattoos. They had the goddamn
that Greek
the Gentile Greek the Gentile haircuts.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But then
Yeah.
they started believing.
Yes.
Then we got that down. You know, you got these jakes with these goddamn heathenistic haircuts and the tattoos all on their face. But in the time, we can't just say, oh, you know what, you got tattoos on your face and yeah, you can't be there. No, we got. Hey, if they said what? Oh, you gonna say with the spirit?
Yes. Well, no, I was gonna say that people shall be willing.
And there's power. Yeah, that's true.
Power, man.
Then it also talks about their spirit bear witness with our spirit. They are the sons of the living power.
Sons of living
power too.
Yeah. So if they be compelled to repent.
Right, yeah. You can't say they gonna come in. Yeah.
Right. Because this is speaking about all Israel, man.
Right.
It says, for I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, that you should be wise in your own conceits.
Right.
That blindness is a part. It says blindness in part has happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in, man.
Yeah.
You know, so
and those Gentiles need to come in.
Those are the Gentiles
that have to come in. Yeah. And they have to come in. So we're in that time. So you can't be, oh, you know what? You're from Ghana. You can't come. You can't. We ain't gonna talk to you.
Right.
What? Right. There's Jakes in Ghana. You gotta lead them. You gotta find out the spirit and see if their mind is with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Just spirit
by the spirit. Right.
It says, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written.
There you go.
There shall come out of Zion the deliverer that shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
Right.
So if it's speaking about the grafting of other nations, it says Jacob. Well, where are they at? Where's the other nations? It's not written there.
It's not written there.
So it's speaking about all Israel. Even the subheading said Israel's future salvation. It's not speaking about the other nations.
And we're talking about these strange-looking Israelites. Hey, some of them might look white. Some of them might look Chinese.
Yeah.
Some may look whatever, you know. But if they got the spirit, and the spirit bear witness with our spirit, right? Then they're children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, no matter what they look like.
No matter what they look like.
Yeah, you know, we have the chart, but it's an indicator.
Right?
Because not every nation in the world can be on the chart.
Because that would be indicated that they're of the wild olive tree, or even it said a wild grape, right? So, but you can graft that back into the actual tree or the actual vine. That's as you said. If the lump is holy, then everything is holy. So it can get grafted back in.
Right.
That wild olive tree, those wild ones can get grafted back in, and now they're no longer wild. Now you got the law, statutes, commandments, the faith of Yahushua. Now you're not wild anymore. Yeah. Now you're not, what would you say? It's a contemptible when you don't have no control.
Right, intemperance.
Intemperance, you don't have, now you have temperance.
Right, if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy.
Yeah. Now you have the temperance because of the law, statutes, commandments. Now you're grafted back in.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You got one? Yeah. Zechariah.
Ooh.
No.
Sure.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Let's get something close out.
Get that one close out.
It's Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 16. I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadows of my hand.
Yeah, so the Lord put his words in our mouth, right? Being through the scriptures, but also what? You have to have the understanding, right? Through the apostles, but also what? The Spirit. The Spirit's dealing with us. Because the apostles could show us this all day, and it not make any sense to you. You won't believe unless you have the gift of faith. Right? You have the gift to believe. Right? We can show you this till our face turn blue, but until the gift of faith come on you, it's null and void.
Yeah, you get that a lot of time when you deal with your family, man. You know, you I'm gonna hit them with these scriptures. They're gonna get it, and then they just look at you like you crazy.
Yeah, you even try to go to the milk scriptures, the little basic ones. So you got to be able to see this.
Yeah.
You try to break it down like kindergarten. They like, huh? I don't get that. They rather be smooth words. They rather get lied to.
That I may plant the heavens.
Hey, see? That he what? That he made plant the heavens. Right, dealing with the elect. Right? Not going back into that vine, right? The olive tree that the Lord's planted, but going back to when we started out, saying he planted a noble vine, right? And that's what that is. He planted what
that I may plant the heavens
that I may plant the heavens, right? But keep going.
and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, Thou art my people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, what did it say Esau?
Nope.
Did it say the
Ham?
Moabites? Ham? No. It says Zion.
That's right. Unto Zion, thou art my people.
Right. Yeah. So with that,
Yeah.
we're gonna finish there because that was pretty much it. You know, we're that noble vine that the Lord's gonna bring back, Lord willing, that we're part of that number, and you know,
Yeah. Ultimately, all
Israel's
begin with the elect.
Hey, yeah, because basically we want to be part of that seed,
Yeah.
that cluster that the Lord keeps.
Yeah, great.
You know,
Just for the great. Yeah.
That's the welfare of Israel. Yeah, we
Yeah.
want to be the welfare of you of Israel, of you
Yeah.
brothers, you sisters. Ultimately, so we want to have our wives and our children, man, and enjoy praising Yahweh Shemel Shai in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
So with all that, we want to face the east and give all power and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Yes, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops of Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, the bloodline goes back to Israel through the father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To sisters, you achwatim, who listen and learn on your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. And the Bible ball, Kom Yasharallah.
Come, Yahshua.
Hey, get that one.